Alrighty, y'all. So we have the skills for Mast and Anchor. I'm probably gonna do Anchors in a separate video, or this one, we'll see. Just because I usually always do two different videos, one dedicated to each. So we're probably just gonna do that anyways. I want to start off with Mast actually, and then see what Anchor is about. So let's take a look at Mast, a little preview here, and then we're gonna take a look at her kit. Right. I think these characters are actually in the game already. So yeah, they're just not out on banners. I don't know why Nikke is trying to rush out characters, right? I get it's the New Year's and stuff like that, but they had no business needing to rush out the update for Mast and Anchor, especially when Anchor and Mast aren't even dropping until basically next month. So I say basically next month, as if that's not like next week, but you know what I mean, right? I think she's cool. She still looks like a pirate, which is cool to me. And she does technically kind of look like a maid. I don't really see it unless I'm looking at the white part at the bottom there. Okay, that's a cool burst. That's a good burst skill animation. Remember, both of them are supporters. Obviously, Mast is towards distributed damage and probably still all allies. And then obviously you got freaking Anchor, who's just a healer support. Let's take a look. Burst 2 supporter water machine gun. Very good. I already like it. Activates when entering burst stage 1. Affects self. Drunken. Hit rate decreased by 20%. Stacks up to 3 times continuously. What? Oh, because she's drunk. Okay. And then activates when in drunken status. Affects all allies. Crit rate. Oh my god. Wait, what? So when you're in the drunken status, she loses up to 60% like hit rate with a machine gun, which is kind of crazy. But then the crit rate is increased by 20% continuously, and the attack buff is increased by 32.02% of the caster's attack continuously. Kind of nice. I wish I was attack damage continuously, but that's kind of nice, right? I kind of like that. Pretty good. Or okay. She's on a 40-second cooldown as well. Yikes. Okay. Skill 2 activates when entering burst 3 stage and drunken state. Affects all allies. Distributed damage increased by 15% times the number of drunken stacks for 10 seconds. Right? Sure. Right, and then obviously reload speed increased by 15% times the number of the drunken stacks for 10 seconds. Activates when the caster reaches the max stacks of drunken at the end of a full burst. Affects self after the stacks are removed. Hangover. Okay, they made a drunk character. Activates when the caster reaches max stacks of drunken at the end of a full burst. Affects self. Affects self after the stacks are removed. Hangover. So she stuns herself for 10 seconds. Why? Okay, sure. And then her burst skill, which is on a 40-second cooldown, affects all allies. Crit damage increased by 40% for 10 seconds. Attack damage increased by 15% for 10 seconds. And then affects all allies if it... affects all allies if in the drunken status. Attack increased by 20% multiplied by the number of the drunken status, or stack basically, of the caster's attack for 10 seconds. So I don't know. I mean, she seems okay. I just probably wouldn't use her unless I'm using her in the Elysian Tower. I don't really like the fact that like, it's a cool kit, right? Basically, she gets drunk mid-game. She has a hangover and stuns herself. I think that's pretty cool. It's new to the game. I think the attack buffs, hit rate, I think it's cool, but I mean, losing the hit rate is a bit silly because, I mean, she's a supporter. What's she supposed to do anyway? It's not like she's going to do damage regardless. So, yeah, I mean, she's cool. I mean, let's just look at Anchor since we can just do that as well, right? No point in making 2 videos like Happy asked. Let's take a look at her before we look at any of that. Please, I want Anchor to be good because Anchor looks cool. And this is her first SSR variant. And not only that, she is a healer. I love healers. So... let's see. Okay, let's just go to the gameplay, please. What's the burst skill looking like? Okay, she's cooking. Oh, I kind of like that. It has it similar to her SR one. If you guys go back there, this little like Beast Gohan type thing is equivalent to her SR version. But let's take a look. So supporter burst 2 again. Both of them are on 40-second cooldowns. Why? Okay, rocket launcher water character. Her first skill. Activates when entering full burst. Affects all allies. Change effects change according to the activation time, and it repeats, of course. HP potency increased by 30% for 5 seconds. Distributed damage increased by 30% for 10 seconds, and then stacks count of debuff decreased by 3 times when you enter a full burst, and these always repeat for free. That's pretty good, I would say so. To just have that for free, I like that. But why is she a distributed damage buffer? I'm confused. Okay. Activates when entering full burst with an ally from the same squad still on the battlefield. Affects all allies. Recover 3% of the caster's max HP every 1 second for 8 seconds. What? Okay, so you have to run her with another character from her squad. Probably that's going to be Helm, right? I guess the team would be a burst 1, probably being D Killer Wife. If I'm going based off just Elysions, it would be D Killer Wife, then probably Anchor and Mast. I don't know why I would run both of them, but probably just Anchor, I guess. Another burst 2, which could be Marciano or whatever other burst 2 you want. Then I'm definitely putting Helm in her favorite item, and then probably Rappy Red Hood, and then activates her second skill, activates after full burst ends, affects all allies, and these again also repeat. Give a hit rate buff, sure, an attack buff of 35% of the caster's attack for 10 seconds, and then a reload speed buff of 40.404% for 15 seconds. Okay, the burst skill affects all allies. Storage. Oh, she has the same thing as Marciana. If the target obtains a healing effect that exceeds the character's max HP, excess portion will be stored up to 60% of the caster's max HP. It lasts for 25 seconds. Oh my god. Recovers 40% of the caster's max HP as HP, and then increase the attack by 30% of the caster's attack for 10 seconds. Now, I think both of these two basically have similar kits. I'm not gonna lie, both of them kind of have similar kits. I think they're very good for like Elysion Tower. I think the buffs that they both have, more so Anchor than Mast, but I feel like the buffs they have towards the characters on the Elysion Tower is cool. If I was you, I'd probably go for freaking what's her name, Anchor, right? I mean, I'll do a should you summon video like either later today or whatever, but I have to like really sit down and think about it, consider all the different characters and all that stuff. But other than that, yeah, I mean, they're kind of similar. I don't know why they gave Anchor distributed damage. I don't really like how Mast works, though. I mean, I think the effect is cool, right? She literally gets drunk, and because she gets drunk, she misses her bullets. But when she's drunk, she's buffing up the team, and then when she's on a hangover, she literally cannot move, because who moves on a hangover? No worry, y'all. I'm not alcoholic, but I know my stuff. So yeah, when it comes to Anchor here, she just has basically what Mast has, but without having to have all that extra nonsense, right? My thing is the drunken effect. Is that considered a debuff on Mast? It would be, right? So are you literally supposed to run Anchor and Mast together? I think that's what they want you to do, because they have similar kits. Hey, I'm not going to, but if you want to, by all means. You guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. Should you summon? We'll come up soon. Bye.